The Secret Garden of Good Deeds. In a peaceful village surrounded by tall palm trees lived a quiet boy named Yusuf. Yusuf was kind, gentle, and always helpful, but nobody ever seemed to notice. When he swept the masjid floor, people walked right past him. When he carried water for the elders, they nodded but never thanked him. One day, after helping fix a neighbor's broken fence, Yusuf sighed. "Does anyone even see what I do? Maybe my good deeds don't matter." He felt small, almost invisible. One afternoon, Yusuf saw an old gardener watering a patch of dry soil behind the masjid. There were no plants, no flowers, only dry earth. Yusuf asked, "Why are you watering the ground? Nothing is growing." The old man smiled gently. "Good deeds are like seeds, Yusuf. You don't see them growing at first, but Allah sees every drop of water and every seed of kindness." He placed a small seed in Yusuf's hand. "Plant this, water it daily. Don't wait for anyone to praise you." Yusuf nodded slowly. Something in those words touched his heart. Every morning before Fajr, Yusuf visited his secret spot behind the masjid. He watered the soil, removed weeds, and protected the tiny seed from birds. Days passed, nothing grew. Weeks passed, still nothing. But Yusuf kept going, not for praise, not for attention, just for Allah. Then one sunrise, he saw it, a small green sprout pushing through the earth. As months went by, the dry patch turned into a beautiful garden filled with colorful flowers. Villagers gathered in awe. Children played there. Elders rested in the shade. Everyone was amazed. Someone asked, "Who made this beautiful garden?" The old gardener smiled and pointed at Yusuf, a boy who learned that Allah sees the good you do, even if people don't. Yusuf felt tears fill his eyes, not from pride, but from gratitude. Yusuf's secret spot behind the masjid was no longer a secret. His garden, grown from a single seed of kindness, was the most beautiful, buzzing place in the whole village. Yusuf felt a quiet pride, but he knew the garden needed him more than ever. Then, the sky turned a sharp, dry blue. Day after day, the hot sun drank up the moisture. The drought had begun. Yusuf worked harder than ever. He carried bucket after heavy bucket of water from the village well, his back aching and his feet dragging. It was too much for one boy to do alone. Soon, the colorful blossoms began to droop. The leaves turned crispy brown. Yusuf sat by a wilting rose, tears welling up in his eyes. "I can't save it alone," he whispered. The old gardener, Abu Naim, found Yusuf staring at the dry soil. "Yusuf," he said gently, "you have worked so hard, but a garden of kindness needs more than one waterer." "The first lesson was that every good deed counts," Abu Naim continued. "The second lesson is this: true leadership is not doing all the work yourself. It is inspiring others to grow kindness alongside you." Yusuf looked around at the dry patch, then at the villagers walking past. He had kept his good deed a secret for too long. He had been a faithful worker, but he had forgotten to be a leader. He had an idea. Yusuf approached Layla, a girl who often stopped to admire the roses. "Layla," he asked, "the garden of kindness is thirsty. Will you help me save it? I can't do it alone." Layla's face lit up. "Of course, Yusuf, we can make a chain." She quickly found her friend, Tariq. Tariq carried water, and Layla cleared the dead leaves. Slowly, more and more children joined. A good deed water chain stretched all the way from the well to the garden. The adults watched the line of helpers, their hearts warming. The children laughed as they worked together. The small streams of water soaked into the thirsty ground. It wasn't just water they were pouring. It was shared kindness that brought the garden back to life. Soon, the colorful blooms lifted their heads again. Yusuf's garden was saved, not by one boy, but by many. He realized the greatest good deed he could do was to inspire others to grow kindness alongside him.